Hey guys, STTM here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Atlanta Hawks and overall figuring out what their future for their for their team is. So, yeah, guys, but before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, put on notifications, and comment on the video, as let me know what you think, gets me more recommended. And if you put on notifications, you will literally be updated on the latest STTM videos that you just do not want to miss. So, yeah, guys, enough with the Japanese, and let's get straight into the video. Goodbye! All right, so let's first start off talking about their key players. And when we think of key players, Trae Young, easily one of them. Dyson Daniels, let's say, is also one of them. I would even go to say Zaccharie Risacher is one of them. And I would even go to the direction of Onyeka Okongwu. Now, to be honest, this is a pretty thin team. I can't even lie. This team is pretty thin, so they're going to have to make some addition. But they've kind of been stuck at the point of just being average for a while. That's kind of where they've been as a franchise. And I don't really know what the hands of the Hawks franchise is going to do. But if my computer actually decides to function, okay, there we go. All right, so let's first evaluate their star player, which we all know that. It's Trae Young. Trae Young is an amazing scorer for the Hawks, and that's where he really excels in his overall game. Now, his defense, it's pretty terrible. I can't lie. He does actually average 1.2 steals per game. I didn't know that, but his defense, that's what makes him somebody that's not too, that like you really need to build around, because he's not going to offer the Hawks any signs of like really defense as well. But his overall scoring, his field goal percentage, very nice. He also can score. He could score all around. He could score all around, by the way. He can do the paint. He can do mid-range. He could definitely do the threes. He's a solid guy. He's even averaging 11.6 assists, too. This guy is a double-double. Like, he nightly gets a double-double for the Hawks. He's a star. He's definitely, and he's only 26, too. So, if the Hawks commit to a good plan, they can have Trae Young as their cornerstone for a while. Dyson Daniels, he actually does have that defense this time, and he still has some solid scoring. He actually has some rebounding, too. For not many guards have rebounding, and he's a tall guard, too, so I like that even more. He actually has some rebounding. He actually has some, like, insane defense. 3 steals a game. He's shooting 49% field goals. Same three-point percentage as Trae Young. This guy is a good player, too. They are both, like, they have a guard duo going with Trae Young and Dyson Daniels, to be honest. They do. They have that part of their franchise figured out. Wait, well? All right. Now, let's look at Zaccharie Risacher, the rookie. He did struggle. I won't lie. He did have his struggling moments, all right? But he is a solid rookie nonetheless. 6'8", I'm not sure if he really is going to be a small forward or power forward, but that does mean that he can be a combo forward. So he could technically play both. He is undersized for the 4, I won't lie. 6'8" at the 4, that's undersized. But he's a good player. He actually did a little better at the 3-point shooting than Trae Young and Dyson Daniels. So that's promising. But he can't really do much outside of offense. Like his defense, there's nothing special going on there. He can shoot well. He has some nice accuracy. He has some solid splits. He did play a really good amount of games, so it doesn't mean that means he can become pretty available for the Hawks. Okongwu, he's starting to build up some momentum. He had a bunch of average bench warmer seasons, and then he got a season that an average starter would have. So I think he's making jumps. He went from 4.6 to 8.2, 9.9, then 10.2, then to 13.4. Maybe we can see him in like 15.6 or even 17. I don't know. This guy's on the rise, okay? And he's not too awful of a 3-point shooter, but he is a big man, so he's not going to do that much. He can rebound pretty well. He actually does have some solid defense that can improve, and he's actually looking a little bit like an offensive big. I think those are the four players that they are definitely keeping for their franchise. They do have some solid depth pieces, though, like Terrence Mann, Karis LeVert, Shortus Niang. Actually, how's Vic Krejci? Same with Mohamed Goye, too. That kind of got me curious. All right, so Mohamed Goye, we'll start off with him. He's actually not bad. He's a terrible passer, but he has solid for his minutes. He has solid scoring and rebounding. Vic Krejci, did he make a step? Mohamed Goye kind of made a step. Vic Krejci, though, Vic Krejci, he is. All right, he's actually not bad. He's definitely I think he could be merging into a role player. I'm not too sure if Dominic Barlow is doing that pretty well. So they're definitely a thin team, but I think what they could do is they could add some pieces. I think if they genuinely added and like built better team chemistry, like they don't need to blow it up because they're definitely better than a good amount of teams in the East, but they're also definitely worse than a good amount of teams in the East too. So they're kind of like stuck in the middle there. This was what the Bulls were like when they had Levine, DeRozan, and Vucevic. But they just blew it up, and they're starting off scratch with Josh Giddey and Kobe White. But now this is like a full on change. I don't think they need to make that full on change. Rather, is what I'm saying. I think if they actually like added a piece, they do have some trade assets too. They could do like now Okongwu's a young asset, but they could trade for Sabonis. They can give them Okongwu, LeVert, and Niang for Sabonis and a pick. That could be possible. So they could add somebody next to Trey and Dyson. Now Okongwu, young piece, he could easily develop pretty well, but he's kind of been in that point that he's kind of been there for like a while, like 5-6 seasons. I'm pretty sure from what I saw. But if they just add a big piece, I think they'll be in a solid direction. And it can't be like a veteran. It has to be somebody similar to Trae Young or Dyson Daniels' age. Or rather Trae Young's age. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. As STTM is now out. See y'all next time. Road to 500 subs!